Hi everyone, welcome to another tool hangout from Cassidy, Brianna, Sasha, and Sonia. So I'm going to begin by talking about Book Wizard. And Book Wizard is a tool that helps teachers search for any scholastic books of any level and subject. Teachers can search by content area, topic, or reading level. And they can also search for books similar to those that they already use in the classroom. So say they read a Clifford book, they could search for the other books in the Clifford series. And each book has information about its targeted grade level and reading level, in addition to having a little blurb about its authors and illustrators. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is just an example. So I searched a book for the first day of school, and this semester I'm in a placement for pre-K. So this says grades K to 2. This pre-K is kind of hard to find, but as you can see, it's got the cover of the book, the title, the author, and the illustrator. It tells about the book here, about the author and the illustrator, and then all the information about interest level, reading level, genre, and theme and subject are over here. And you can add it to your cart and buy it and all that good stuff. So some of the main use of this tool is that it really promotes the development of reading skills among kids. Teachers are confident in their choices because they'll know that the level of the book won't be too easy or too hard for their kids. As far as insights, in relation to my placement, right now we're starting to look for Halloween books to read during story time. So I thought that this would be a great tool to use in the classroom. And so the teacher could find good Halloween books, because we're having kind of a little bit of a difficulty finding age appropriate, they're either too babyish or too advanced. So I just thought it'd be a good tool to use for to find those books. And one of the main concerns is that it's limited just to Scholastic brand books. So there are other books out there that are just as good as Scholastic. So teachers just need to keep this in mind, just in case they can't find a book on this resource that isn't quite fitting their needs. So yeah.
I think it's for the Book Wizard, it makes it easier for the teachers to actually find books that are for their actual grade levels, and for the students that are reading at different levels. Like in my placement, there's a bookshelf type thing, and it has the A level all the way to P level, and they have the different book levels for each student that for them to read, and they know they can only go to that one. So it helps organize what student needs to read what to get better.
Yeah.
For this Book Wizard, does it does it have Audible books also for those that can't really read?
I'm not sure. Because I don't even know if Scholastic offers ebooks. I'm sure they do, but this is mainly for searching for actual books, basically for reading levels. So on the app part of it, you can scan a barcode of a Scholastic book and it'll pop up the reading level. So I'm not sure about ebooks.
All right.
I also really like this because I feel like not only can it be a great teacher tool, but students can also really easily look up things themselves, since it is an app-friendly website and tool. I think that's really cool.
All right. Brianna?
And then for my tool, I did the Cast Science Writer, and it's an interactive web-based learning tool that helps students complete science write-up reports. And it provides a lot of opportunities for the kids to practice writing the reports, and then the students can demonstrate their science knowledge on the website. The use of the tool, it provides sentence starters to initiate the writing process. So if a student's struggling with thinking of sentences on how they want to explain their science project or whatever, the website gives tools on the sentences and starts the sentence for them. It scaffolds each part of the writing process, so the process is broken down into 5 different sections, and so it's smaller. Directions are more simpler, and it makes it not as overwhelming. And it also gives structure to the writing report so that it flows and it's not jumping all over the place. But in relation to my placement, they were working on the 5 sentences science, and then they were going to do a science experiment, I think on taste it was. And the tool can help them because after they do the experiment, they can go on the website and write the report on what happened, and the writing process will be easier for the first graders. But the concerns are there might not be enough devices for the students, so they can't all work on the reports at the same time. So it would have to be in like centers. So one could do the experiment while the other has already done the experiment.
I think it's a really great tool because I feel like it's really hard to find good tools to use in science. Like math and reading, there's like a lot of stuff out there, but like science, social studies, the other core subjects, I think it's just really hard for teachers to find something that's useful. And it's good for like almost any grade because you said they have like sentence starters and stuff like that for the younger grades. So I think that was pretty cool.
Are there any like printables stuff that the kids can use to implement that website?
I think after you do your writing report, you just print it off, or they could print it off before with the directions. But on the website, there's like little animals that explain even further, like verbally.
And Brianna, did you say that this is a free tool or one that you have to purchase?
It's free.
I think that's really cool, and I like that, like Cassidy was saying, there's sentence starters, so it provides that scaffolding, and it can be really great for all ranges of students.
We can go on to the next tool.
Yep, Sonia, whenever you're ready. Or maybe Sasha, do you want to go ahead and go?
Sure, that's perfect. I'm going to tell you guys about a really cool tool, and it's called Spritz. And I'm going to show you a Prezi that I created. So I'm going to screen share. Okay, guys. So my Hangout tool is called Spritz. And what is Spritz? Spritz is a focused reading technology tool that helps solve key challenges faced by readers. For example, it can help people read at double their normal speed while fully comprehending context, if not more efficiently than before. Spritzing is a technique where words are displayed in a very special way. The words are positioned so that the reader focuses on one point, which is marked by the letter being read. Each word is positioned and streamed to you. Also called as focused reading, because your eyes do not move, you are drawn to that spot, and your peripheral vision enables you to read words up to 13 characters long, which covers approximately 98% of words in the English language. Spritz enables readers to read content on small screens at high speeds. So how Spritz works. Spritz displays catches your eye so you know where to look. An algorithm is used in order to position the word at the recognition point of the word. The longer the word, the more the focal point shifts away from the center of the word and to the left. Removing the eye movement associated with traditional reading methods not only reduces the number of times your eyes move when reading, but also decreases the number of times your eyes must pass over a word for your brain to understand it. This makes spritzing extremely effective, precise, convenient, and comfortable. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a website that displays Spritz. All right, guys. And with this, I'm just going to play it, and you're just going to try to read along. And right now, it's at 250 words per minute. All right, and this just shows that you can increase the speed to all the way up to 700 words per minute. You can also go down to 100 words per minute. And that's really awesome because for everyone, it's going to be different. So it really differentiates instruction and allows all sorts of readers, whatever speed, to find their perfect speed and feel most comfortable. Okay, sorry, I'm going back to my Prezi. Okay, the use of Spritz. Spritz promotes the development of reading skills. Teachers can go through their emails quickly and efficiently to email back parents, faculty, and other important business inquiries right away. Also, Spritz aids students who struggle with reading and focusing. Relation to my placement right now, we're practicing reading skills, and with Spritz, students can read more efficiently and get less frustrated. Also, students that struggle with tracking, you don't have to use like your finger on the pages anymore. You can just follow this as the words are streamed right to you. Also, nowadays, everyone really has phones. A lot of even kids in elementary schools have phones. So even if they don't have a laptop with a big screen, they're able to read on a smaller screen without having to constantly be zooming in to enlarge the text. It does that all for you. And concerns, with most testing, we're still going to require the old-fashioned traditional way of reading text. So I question, will testing be able to keep up with technology that's really becoming advanced and really helping a lot of students? I'm sorry, I'm just going back to me. Okay. And do you guys have any questions? Sorry.
No, so I have a question. So can you enter like the text that you want? Can the teacher enter what they want the kids to read?
So right now, it's still in progress, but it is becoming an app. So it will be an app, and the co-founders of Spritz is hoping that it will become the level where you can do that, where teachers will, because that would be the most helpful. But right now, they're just on the level of taking text with different publishers who are wanting to try out this product and taking text and converting it so that Spritz will read it. But they're hoping that it will get to the point where like even you can just go to a website, and if you have that app, you can even just read off a website like on Google, or like I was saying, on emails, so that teachers can just go through their emails more quickly and get through like the things that aren't as important and get back to the things that are.
That's cool, because I know, like, so in pre-K, like, the kids are just learning how to read, and a
Mhm.
lot of them, like, their finger goes faster than what they're quote-unquote reading. So
Mhm.
I think it'll be, I don't know, just in my placement, it would be really cool to try out.
I agree.
I thought it was really cool. Like why you showed the website with all the words, I was like, wow, this is going really fast. I don't even know if I can keep up. But then once I realized I only needed to focus on the red letter, I would just read the whole thing. I was like, that is really helpful, and I feel like I'm reading faster.
I think the website would really help with like the students' way of like focusing on what they're looking at.
I definitely agree.
It's really cool because you can see the red light, and then you're just like reading from there, and also I think that Spritz would be really helpful for the teachers also, because like they can tell the students like what to read, and then it'd be and then they would be able to read it. It doesn't matter how fast they're going or how slow they're going. It's just going to be from their pace. So I think that's a really cool website.
Okay. Sonia, do you want to go ahead and share yours?
Sure. Okay. So my tool is called Amaze. It's online presentation platform, and users can create, manage, and share presentation through a cloud-based system. They have different templates on their website that teachers and students can use to present. And it's, like I said, it's similar to PowerPoint and Prezi. You can collaborate with anyone if you share the link with them. And also, this tool will help the students be more creative, because there's a lot of templates that the students can use. And engages multiple learning styles. So let's say if a student's a visual learner, then that would be really helpful. And also it improves audience focus. And also for this tool, you need Wi-Fi, so it's not like PowerPoint where you don't need Wi-Fi to be able to use it. For this Amaze, you need Wi-Fi for it to work. And also, it lacks a lot of feedback from the teachers, as in like they can't comment on it and do stuff. And that's it.
Something I think that's really cool, I mean, even though you have to have Wi-Fi to access it, PowerPoint costs money from what I understand. So that's nice that it is free, right?
Yes, it's free.
Okay, so that's nice that like the kids, like if they do have Wi-Fi access at home, they can just log on and work on it, say they don't finish it, or they could go to the library and work on it. Like it's not like that PowerPoint is on that computer. So I just thought that's cool.
I think it's cool that, like, because everybody's computer is different, everybody has different programs on their computer. So since they're allowed to link and share each other's, if one has to use PowerPoint and one has to use a Prezi or just a Word document or whatever, that they can still share the information without everybody having to have the same exact software.
I definitely agree. I really like that you're able to share with everyone, because that really makes it different from PowerPoint, where it's just like you, unless you're sending the documents. But I really like that, and I think that's really awesome that it works with different students who might need the visuals or maybe auditory or something like that.
All right. And then the last tool we're going to talk about is Raz Kids. And this is used for grades K through 5. And kids have access to a variety of ebooks, and it's a variety of reading levels too. So there's 29 different reading levels, all the way from AA all the way up to Z squared. And there's a variety of genres that kids can read, so fiction, nonfiction, all that good stuff. And how it works is first kids listen to the book being read, and as the words are being read, it's highlighted on their device for them to follow along. And then they go back and reread that book on their own at their own pace. And while they read that, they can use various tools to help them with comprehension of the text. So they can highlight the text, stamp it, make notes, all that good stuff. And then they take a quiz on the book. So, and that normally consists of multiple choice, and then there's normally one constructive response. And depending on how they do on that quiz, that determines on whether or not they move up or stay on the same reading level. And then for teachers, you are easily able to see the students' work. You can view each child's reading level, their number and time of login, and you can view what activities they've completed and their quiz scores. So let me show you one here. Let's get screen share. Okay. Raz Kids. Okay, so I made an account. I'm on a free trial, a free 14-day trial. So when you log in as a teacher, like you can see the ebook tools and features, the assignments features. This constructor response thing is new, and then the kids can also write reflections, which is also new. And Raz Kids also has different products that teachers can look through. And this is just some of their recommended books. So there's the nonfiction about Albert Einstein, the fiction about Frog is Hungry. And then I just made up two fake kids, pretty much like Jane Doe, John Doe. So here they are, and I could see how many times they've logged in, when they logged in, their stars, and then their incentive time. So basically the kids get stars and incentives on how much they complete and how well they do. And then I can see in assignments, I can see their reading level, and then I can see like whether or not they've completed the assessment that I have assigned. And then also another cool thing is it's got technology, you know, all that good stuff. And then if you go back here, you can add parents, which I think is cool. You just need their email, and basically they can log on and see what reading level their kids are at and what they're working on. So I just thought that was really cool as well, because I'm all for involving parents in the classroom. And basically this tool is really used to, again, like the Book Wizard, to promote reading development. Specifically vocabulary, comprehension, and fluency skills, because there is another option where they can record themselves reading, and they can play it back to see how fluent they are. And there's a variety of ways to use Raz Kids in the classroom. So like this could be your main way you teach reading language arts, or it could be used during center times, or it could be used as an enrichment tool for kids that finish early, or it could even be used for kids that might need a little extra help. And this could be kind of their extra assignment. Some of the insights, so in my placement, we do quiet centers, and they play on the iPads is one of the centers. There's 3 iPads in the classroom, so I thought that they could use this when they, start learning to read, because right now they're just kind of like tracing the alphabet, and they're getting kind of bored of it. They get, kind of rambunctious because they're bored of tracing the letter E for 15 minutes. So I just thought this would be a really cool thing, because like it gets read to them at first, so they could at least do that. And then my concerns would be that you need to have relatively strong Wi-Fi, not just Wi-Fi, but good Wi-Fi. And, like where I live, we don't really have good Wi-Fi, so that'd be a problem. And then you also need to have enough devices for each child, or you need to allot enough time in your instruction for each child to have meaningful time with it. So you can't have a kid work with it for 5 minutes and then walk away. They're not really going to get anything out of it. Or if you use it to assign homework, you do need to consider the kids that don't have access to Wi-Fi or computers or laptops at home. So, yeah.
I think that's helpful for teachers because they can kind of assess the student without actually sitting right next to them, make sure they're reading every single word and comprehending, and it like allows them to have more time to do other things in the class rather than sitting with one student and assessing them. They can just tell them during class, hey, I need you to go on this website, read this book, and do the assessment, and then she can look at it or he can look at it whenever they get a chance to see if they need to stay at that level or if they need to move up or down, wherever.
I really like that the teachers can get automatic feedback from like the students. Like let's say a student's like reading the book and then they take the test and the score is right there. So the teacher will be able to know like what they know and how they can help the students. So they can come up with like lesson plans for each student. So I think that would be really helpful.
And Cassidy, do you know how much it is to buy it for, like, can you get it for like a year, or once you purchase it, do you have it for like a lifetime?
So I'm not sure about the subscription, but I know, so like Raz Kids is part of like, there's Learning A to C, and there's all these different subscriptions. So there's like a subscription just for Raz Kids, which I think is like $14.99 a year or something like that. And then depending on what other tools you subscribe to, that's going to affect, like, it's basically like a bundle kind of thing, and what you get increases or decreases the price of your bundle.
That's awesome. I think that's really cool, and I love that it includes the assessments that are right there so the teachers can assess how the students are doing. And I also like that it kind of prepares, like if younger students are using it, it kind of prepares them maybe for future, like in high school or in college, where you'll be doing a lot of like the online work and having to complete assignments. And I also like that the students can't move forward unless they do complete like sufficiently in like whatever they're getting assessed on. So that makes sure that they really understand the content.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. That's all we have, and we will see you next time.